How you feeling, man?
Pleased to
Good
meet
to
you.
see you, man. Great to meet you, too.
Thanks, man.
It's a hell of a work out there,
It's
brother.
all right. Another day.
I'm from Detroit, too, man.
Okay.
That ain't but Michigan love right there, brother.
I'm not like no other athlete. I'm the first Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah, right.
I'm outspoken.
Right.
I think as I'm outspoken, I'm judged.
Yeah.
But we are judged.
No doubt. No doubt.
You know, I feel that majority of the time somebody see me, they have a thought instantly.
Sure.
I don't know if it's a good thought or a bad thought, but it's a thought.
I'm Michael Eric Dyson. I'm an author and professor of sociology at Georgetown University. I've had the good fortune to sit down and have meaningful conversations with everyone from presidents to hip-hop legends. I now have the opportunity to enter a new arena where I'll be talking to one of the most provocative athletes of our time. He's won world championships in 5 weight classes. Floyd Mayweather. See what he has to say next on Floyd Mayweather Speaking Out.
To get to the heart of a man, sometimes you have to go to where he does his best work. In the case of Floyd Mayweather, that would be right here, inside the Mayweather Boxing Club in Las Vegas, Nevada.
This is the city where Floyd lives, trains, and on May 5th will take on Miguel Cotto and look to improve his record to a perfect 43-0. But there is more to Floyd Mayweather than a pair of boxing gloves. He's one of the sport's biggest box office draws, earning millions of dollars every time he steps into a ring. But with those spoils also comes the difficulty of operating in a world few can understand and even fewer can relate to. Between his wealth, family, career, and an impending jail term, the challenges aren't limited to the ring.
Never shy to speak his mind. Floyd Mayweather, thanks for sitting down with us.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
So May 5th is coming up. It's a big day for you. Tell us how training is going so far.
Training is going like it should go. Mentally, I'm ready. Physically, I'm ready. And everything is planned out the way it should be planned out.
You had a very well-known response in the last Victor Ortiz fight with Larry Merchant.
You were in charge of the fight. You were aggressive and trying and taking advantage of what you saw as a flaw.
You know what I'm going to do? Because you don't ever give me a face shake. You know that? So I'm going to go and let you talk to Victor Ortiz, all right? I'm through. They put somebody else up and give me an interview.
What are you talking about? What are you talking
heard him.
about?
You never give me a fair shake. HBO needs to fire you. You don't know about boxing. You ain't... You're not...
I wish I was 50 years younger and I'd kick your...
Oh, dude.
Why was this the last straw for you?
Me and HBO had it's been a roller coaster ride as far as our relationship. Mm-hmm. You got people that is boxing specialists. How can you be a boxing specialist or a boxing commentator if you never fought before? Mm-hmm. You don't know anything about the sport.
What about if you say, well, a guy has been around the game 50 years, seen hundreds of fighters come and go, never fought himself, but could look at a fighter and discern that this is greatness and this is not?
There's a lot of fighters out there that would do a remarkable job, you know, being commentators. But you got guys that's commentating and supposed to be boxing specialists that never even fought before. You know, I didn't just wake up and just become 42-0.
I want to ask you, how do you remain hungry? I mean, here you are, you're what, 35 years old, you've been in this game for 16 years, and yet you remain at the top of your craft, at the top of the fight game, and you're still hungry.
Is it about the money? Absolutely. Is it about being an all-time, the best ever? Absolutely. The difference between me and any other fighter is they're talented. I'm God-gifted. You know, there's a difference. You know, God gives certain individuals gifts, and boxing is one of my gifts. But of course, for Floyd Mayweather, it's more than just nice automobiles, more than just mansions, more than just millions of dollars. It's about giving back. You know, I love to, of course, give back to the less fortunate, give back to a lot of public schools, because that's where I come from. A hard, rough life, a mother on drugs, father, a former drug dealer,
Right.
went to prison.
So your father, selling drugs, he says, to support his family, went to jail. Mother, heroin, crack. Your father at one point even held you up as a one-year-old child as a decoy because he was being threatened by another family member, ended up getting shot. What happened to you? What made you survive?
I stayed with my dad for a certain period of time. Then eventually I moved with my mother to Jersey. There was 7 people staying in a one-bedroom apartment, no heat. Sometimes no lights. My mother was on crack at one particular time, and eventually, I moved back to Grand Rapids, Michigan with my father. I asked my mother, can she move back also, and she eventually moved back to Grand Rapids, Michigan. And I was happy when she moved back, but she was back on drugs. I seen my dad sell my mother drugs. Just those are the things that I went through in life. But I'm a strong individual. I can get through anything.
Right.
All it did was make me a stronger person now.
Well, let's talk a bit about that, too, because, you've had difficulties with your father, been very public.
Yeah.
The 24/7, argument you had with him.
Excitement. You must watch TV.
Our training camp is
You was
okay.
undefeated when you started with your daddy.
I started with you, didn't I?
You was training him.
I started who?
I was training when Roger was down here.
You can't train nobody when you're locked up. You can't train nobody when you're locked up. Roger's the one. Roger's my trainer. Roger made.
Ain't nothing wrong with Roger. Ain't made you.
Roger made.
Boy, you was right here when I was training you.
This is my trainer right here.
Ain't nothing wrong with you being
Roger's my trainer. We don't want nobody in the way interfering while we work.
It don't make no difference.
Obviously, the relationship between a father and son is critical. You listen to hip-hop culture, it's all about father absence. Father wasn't there. And being called names, being dismissed because he wasn't there. What effect does that have on a child to deal with father absence?
Well, my dad, I don't want to say my father wasn't there for me, because if I say that, that's absolutely not true.
Okay.
My dad was only there for the boxing gym, to come get me and take me to the boxing gym. But when I think back on it, me and my dad has never been to a movie, just me and him. Me and my dad has never been bowling. Me and my dad has never been to dinner and sit down and talk father and son. Me and my dad relationship has always just been boxing.
Right.
Nothing else, just boxing. If it wasn't about boxing, it wasn't about nothing.
Do you miss the other aspects? Do you miss the intimacy, going to a movie, hey son, how you doing? I'm proud of you. I mean, do you miss that part?
Well, I try to be outside the box and break the cycle. I go to both of my sons' football games.
Right.
They play basketball. I don't try to force nothing on my children. Boxing was forced on me.
Right. You say you got a God-given gift. They got talent, and yet it was forced on you. Do you think that your father was the instrument of God to make sure that you became a boxer?
My dad did start me off. But it's no hard feelings.
Sure.
No hard feelings at all. Just because we don't see eye to eye and he's stuck in his ways, and he don't want me to love my mother because he feels that I owe everything that I've made and everything that I've done in the sport of boxing. He feels that I owe all the praises to him. Right. And I just try to enlighten him and let him know he's not God.
Roger Mayweather made the Mayweather name. Roger Mayweather made the Mayweather name, and I took it to the next level. Because when it's all said and done, there's only 2 Mayweathers that count. Roger Mayweather and Floyd Mayweather. And I'm not no junior.
I'm where I'm at because my dad, my uncle,
right,
my mother, because I'm inspired every day. When my nieces and my nephews come to the gym,
right,
my sons, my daughters, when they come to the gym, it inspired me to make me want to work harder.
right.
Right now, I'm putting in the hard work for my great-grandchildren at this particular time. I've made a lot of money in the sport. I'm comfortable. I'm set for the rest of my life.
Right.
A lot of times people think, well, Floyd Mayweather has a lot of money. There's no problem. There's a lot of problems.
According to the report, an 11-year-old child had to jump over a gate in the backyard and run to the security station in order to protect his mother from what was happening. It is fortunate in this situation that they were able to contact security and gain assistance that evening. Because there were threats to kill her, threats to make her disappear, and things could have gotten even more out of hand than what they did.
You know, we go through a lot, and especially myself. I'm judged already because I'm a fighter, so if anything happens, I got to do something with contact or someone getting hit, you know, they're automatically going to say it's him.
I am sad to hear that Mr. Mayweather was raised in a home where there was violence. And I'm sure that that has a good deal to do with how he is today and how he deals with stressful situations.
Can't nothing get to me. You know, even like with my incident coming up in June with me having to do time, I don't worry about that. Come to territory.
And I hope that a period of counseling will assist him down that road. But I also think a period of time in incarceration will send the right message to the community and to his children that no matter who you are, you will have consequences to your actions that are appropriate when this level of violence is inflicted.
I'm pretty sure Martin Luther King been in jail. I'm pretty sure Malcolm X been in jail. And there's many more that's been in jail. And, you know, you take the good with the good. Like I said, and the bad with the bad. It's just an obstacle that's put in your way. I can get through anything. Am I guilty? Absolutely not. You know, I took a plea. You know, sometimes they put us in a no-win situation to where you don't have no choice but to take a plea. I never want to drag my family through the mud. I didn't want to bring my children to court. Never raised my hands to my children. You know, I got 4 beautiful children. I love them dearly. I'm supposed to be going to prison in June. And the only thing I can do is just, you know, keep my fingers crossed and hope for the best and try to stay positive. Can't nothing break me.
Sure.
I'm still going to be strong. If I'm locked up, I'm still going to make sure my mother got the finer things in life. And my sisters, you know, I take care of my whole family.
I think about Jay-Z on 99 Problems when he goes, the cop asks him a question, he says, are you mad at me? Why? Because I'm young, rich, and famous, and I'm black, and you got a problem with that? Do you think people have a real resentment of your success as a black man who's flashy, making it rain, and they look at their own lives and see that they're not doing nearly as well as you? Do you think there's a deep resentment, a racially based resentment against you?
I don't think that no one would ever understand me. You know, no one would ever understand my pain.
Why?
I beat all odds. You know, my dad had just went to prison, and my best friend was like, you know, we talked about getting into the drug game. We talked about it, and I said, yeah, I'm with it. Let's go. We went over to this guy's house.
How old were you then?
I'm gonna say 16. We went over to this guy's house, and something told me no. He said, forget it, I'm gonna do it. So he did it, and he's dead now. Like I said before, people worried about being judged. Who is and who ain't gonna like you. The thing is, as long as you like yourself. It sound racist, I guess, of what they say. And just because I spoke on a Jeremy Lin situation, you know, certain things that I say a lot of NFL and NBA players really want to say. But I don't got no problem with saying it. Last time I checked, I'm my own boss. You know?
Racism is still real in 2012, despite the fact we have a black president. People said we live in a post-racial era. That's pretty much baloney. We know that that's not true. Do you think race shapes the perception of you? You're good-looking, you're a brilliant fighter, you're very articulate and intelligent, and you're rich and you're confident. Some would say even cocky. What do you think about that?
Well, we can touch on this subject in so many different ways. First, we can touch on it as far as me as a person. I'm outspoken. You know, if I have an opinion on something, I speak my mind. As far as with the Jeremy Lin situation, I spoke my mind.
What did you say about Jeremy Lin?
I just said that Jeremy Lin was, I said Jeremy Lin was a good player.
Right.
That's the first thing that I did say. I said, but all the hype is because he's Asian. We have black players that go out there and do that day in and day out, which is true. You know, I'm not going to say what particular players in the NBA, but when I spoke on the Jeremy Lin situation, a lot of NBA players came to me and called my phone and said, Floyd, thank you. You saying what we've been wanting to say all along.
Right.
You know, players got to be quiet. They can't say nothing.
Why is it that black athletes, when they choose to speak directly about issues of race, are almost silenced or at least seen negatively?
When an athlete gets paid, I feel like they want you to be more like you take your money, you sit back, you be quiet, and you be thankful. It's wild and crazy. You know, they say that I'm racist, right? But like I said before, I got Jewish people working for me. I got Muslim people around me. The Catholic, Christian, it don't matter.
Why do they call you racist? What is the claim? What is the basis? What's the evidence to suggest that Floyd Mayweather is racist?
Because I stand behind black Americans first.
And what, let me
But
ask
it's
you.
okay, it's okay.
Right.
It's okay for Puerto Ricans to support Puerto Ricans. It's okay for Cubans to support Cubans. It's okay for every country to come over here to America, bring a flag, wave it high, and support their own.
Right.
So it's a crime for me to support my people first, black Americans first.
Well, when you think about it, you come out of a tradition in a sport. Muhammad Ali was very outspoken. In football, Jim Brown. In basketball, Lou Alcindor, then Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. What do you think we learned from a Muhammad Ali? What do you think we learned from those great athletes who made tremendous sacrifices?
Ali stood for a hell of a cause. He stood for a hell of a cause. Ali is one that made you say, you know what, I'm proud to be black. You know, I know that me and Ali right now would sit down and have, you know, a crazy conversation. He'd say, Floyd, you know, I'm better than you because I did this.
Right.
And I say, well, Ali, you know, I'm better than you because look how many weight classes I went to.
That's what y'all would be talking about. That's the kind of conversation
absolutely. But, you know, on the flip side, you know, it's just like me. You know, I feel like I'm in the same shoes. I'm in the same shoes as Ali. You know, they hate me. You know, they hate me when I'm at the top. But once my career is over, they're going to really miss me. Leave me alone, I'll make it rain all day long. My name is Floyd, my name is Floyd, my name is Money Mayweather. My name is Floyd, my name is Floyd, my name is Money Mayweather. We all want to win. Who don't want to win in life? Winning is not always a lot of money. Money is nothing but comfort. Person got a good job. They go to the dealership. They're going to get a car that's according to their budget. When you got money, you can go and say, you know what? I want this car for Monday. I want this car for Tuesday. You know what? I'm going to go buy that car for Wednesday. It's comfort to move and do what you want to do.
You are a person for whom money is central. And one of the things you know, a lot of athletes have made a lot of money. They've either blown it, lost it, been bilked out of it, made poor decisions, managers ripped them off and the like. Do you look at that as a cautionary tale? Do you think, as rich as you are, man, I got to be careful?
You know, I got people around me that, you know, with master degrees. And you got to have brains that want to have brains around you. It takes brains that want to have brains surround you. You just got to surround yourself with smart people. Did I finish school? Absolutely not. Because I know what I wanted. I left school to put my mother in a better position and take care of my family. Was it worth it? Absolutely, because I knew school was going to always be there. But this opportunity, the opportunity that I had only come once in a lifetime. And I'm surrounded with smart people. That's why I'm where I'm at in my career.
Do you worry about, you know, other people want to get at you because you're Floyd Mayweather, they want to get next to you so they can, you know, have that good luck charm rub off on them, or they want to use you for what you can do for them?
Well, I think that, you know, people say that I'm because, you know, I don't want no new friends. You know, I stay within my circle, only within my circle. You know, I'm being honest, we're a family.
Why should you be any different than the Obamas who, when they went to the White House, said no new friends? So Floyd Mayweather is operating on the Obama principle.
Obama is, I had a chance to sit down with Obama before he got, nominated. You know, Barack Obama is truly, like, I mean, he's a great guy. Great guy. You know, the coolest president I ever met. Got swag.
What do you think about you and Obama in the ring? You know, you think Obama's got enough swag to step up in the ring?
People want to know how much power Floyd Mayweather got. I can guarantee you this. I'll show you how much power I got. If I was to fight Manny Pacquiao, I'll let Barack Obama walk me to the ring holding my belt. Can I make it happen? Absolutely.
Listen, you know what? Yeah, I'd pay money to see that. You brought up Manny Pacquiao. Let's talk about Manny. What would it take? What percentage would it take for Pacquiao to accept for you and him to step into the ring?
I offered him $40 million. He came back, he counter-offered and said he want 50-50. If you're not doing Floyd Mayweather numbers in the box office or at the gate, if you're not doing record-breaking numbers like I'm doing, how can you possibly ask for 50-50?
Right. So it's the economics of it. You know, people have tried to say, well, Floyd Mayweather may not want to face Manny Pacquiao. He lacks the heart. What would you say to the people right now that would claim that Floyd Mayweather, who's been called pound for pound the greatest fighter alive, what would you say to those who say Floyd Mayweather lacks the heart to face Manny Pacquiao?
I'm happy with how my career has went. You know, I have nothing else to prove in the sport to nobody. Do I want the Manny Pacquiao fight before my career is over? Absolutely. But if it don't happen, it don't happen. And right now, you know, I'm going through a lawsuit, a defamation of character lawsuit with Manny Pacquiao.
Why? What was the argument that you besmirched his character?
You know, trash talking.
Have you ever met Manny Pacquiao? Have y'all ever met face to face?
Actually, I never met him.
Really? You called him on the phone, though?
Yes, I called him. I called him to make the fight.
And what kind of conversation was that? Boy, that would be great to hear that.
I called him and said, you know, how you doing? You know, what's going on? Let's make the fight happen. All he said was 50-50 and he got off the phone. I could tell somebody's in his ear.
Right.
Because he already knows, like I said before, my offer is what it is. And my offer, it won't change.
Right.
I'm not budging.
Right.
You know, $40 million is what you are getting.
Right.
Either you take it or you leave it.
Right.
You know, like I said before, Manny Pacquiao needs Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather don't need Manny Pacquiao.
Right. Well, let's talk about something else Floyd Mayweather can do. That's gamble. And Floyd Mayweather can make some money on gambling.
Yeah.
You know, you're betting on, what, basketball games?
Football, basketball.
Right.
Boxing sometimes.
Boxing. Do you bet on yourself?
No.
Right.
No, absolutely not. I haven't bet on myself yet. But the last fight, 50 Cent bet about $300,000 or $400,000. I told him he can bet it won't go the distance. He bet.
So is there an average bet? I mean, can we talk about what kind of average money you're making when you're making these bets?
What's the average bet? How much money have I made this week thus far?
Right.
Probably 500,000.
Right.
Probably 500,000.
Do you make more than you lose?
I've lost a big bet. I lost big bets. You know, it comes with the territory. I won a lot of big bets. I lost a lot of big bets. But I'm okay. I'm comfortable.
As we end this conversation, Miguel Cotto, May 5th, what's going to happen?
May 5th, entertaining night. Cinco de Mayo, of course, you know, I've done record-breaking numbers before on Cinco de Mayo. You know, Miguel Cotto is a fighter. He's solid. He's come from a good boxing background. You know, the background of Puerto Rican boxing is remarkable. But I've been there before, so I know what it takes. You know, I've been there so many times, day in and day out. And once I get there May 5th, I will approach it like I approach, you know, any other fight. It's just another day.
Do you have an age in mind and when you think Floyd Mayweather will hang up the boxing glove?
Yes, 37.
37 years old.
Yeah.
So we better catch all the Floyd Mayweather fights between now and then, because at 37 you're out.
I'm gone. 37, I'm gone.
But we're going to, but I tell you what, I want to thank you, Champ, for the time you've taken to speak to us tonight. I'm going to be there May 5th. I hope y'all will be there May 5th. I look forward to it.
Thank you so much. I appreciate the support.
Thank you, my friend. Good to talk to you.
Thank you.